Dover, the gateway to Europe, where the entwined relationship between Britain and the EU is clearly visible. Along the curve of the coast, the village of St Margaret-at-Cliffe, the closest point in England to continental Europe. Just 21 miles separate its white cliffs from the northern French coastline. Yet these waters represent a growing political divide. Just over a quarter of Britons say it is now time to leave the EU. The biggest group, 40%, want to stay, but only if its powers are reduced. 18% are happy to leave things as they are. The rest want a stronger relationship with Europe. We gathered together 4 local residents to see if a pro-European Nick Clegg or a Eurosceptic Nigel Farage can sway their views.
I'm definitely pro-European, it just needs a reform.
I'm backing Nigel because of his immigration policy.
I'm a great fan of Europe myself, and I also think that the UK should really stay in it.
Firmly Nick, without doubt.
When powers which rightly belong to you and to the British people.
A beer consultant who calls himself a European mongrel with an Italian mum, Swiss gran and Dutch wife. A retired policeman who thinks Nigel Farage has the right message on immigration. A fiercely pro-European PhD student. And a Polish gardener who isn't convinced by either Nick or Nigel.
I think he is absolutely terrified of Nigel Farage. I think a lot of political parties are, because in this area here in the southeast, the main fear of people is immigration.
I'm even more worried now about Mr. Farage. In that sense, the debate has changed my mind, because I see that he has no idea how the EU really works and that the UK negotiates all these laws together with the others. So what we get is what we make ourselves. On top of that, he focuses a lot on immigration, but that external immigration is not the mandate of the EU. So he just uses the case for his own good.
In the end, Phil and Eske still agree with Nick, Peter with Nigel, and Anthony, well, he's unsure. Here in St Margaret's, the debate goes on. Anushka Astana, Sky News.